Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. We have uh, shown you how you can add into the employee master table using the interface. And let's talk about the validation, because whenever there is an issue in front of a developer that record entry is required. So while developing, not only that it is his job to ensure that data is entered, but also this is the this has to be a considered as an important agenda and important time and thing which has to be the responsibility of the developer that the data is valid. The validation check are often important, is often required by the users and by the system in order for the proper functioning of the system. Otherwise, there will be the errors and there will be the problems with respect to the acceptability of the system. So for a higher rank of credibility of the system and acceptability of the users, there have to be the validations properly in place. So what to do? Let's revise that what we have done. We in our previous we have entered this a new employee record. That was fine. We made it different so that it should not be the same. So this is a manually we are making sure that the records are not duplicate. One employee has only one record. Otherwise, the name of the employee has to be a bit different, a little different. So duplication is the first validation issue, which has to be checked. So to do this, we need a column. There are different ways of doing it. My way of doing is that I would enter a validation check column in here. That would be true if all the records are valid, and false. As soon as a false appears here, it means there is a problem. The data entry is not valid. So what we have to do is enter a new column here. So we say is valid. If it is valid, so this is the column. You see the beauty of the column. The column, the data table is automatically extended to the column. A new column has already been introduced. And here we will write only one formula, and that would be sufficient for the validation in the start. Okay, we do it later on. We can make it further enhancement, and more validation checks can be. This one cell can do a lot of work for you for validation, right? Okay, so just want to check if so let's say Countif, right? Yeah, Countif, right? And we want to Countif what? So in the Countif we write the range where we want to count. We count, and we take the entire column, right? We take the entire column here. Okay. So, and what is the criteria we want today is this. We want this. Okay. And if it is greater than 1, yeah, if this is greater than 1, then not valid. If this counting is greater than, sorry, is greater than 1, then invalid. Okay. So we say not valid. Not valid. Otherwise, we leave everything blank. Okay. Okay. Right. So if this is greater than 1, then valid. Otherwise, as soon as we enter in here, so this will be all blanks, means nothing is appearing. As soon as we remove this X and this X, you would see this should, yeah, because this is not through the formula. It should come with the formula, okay? So we run this as a formula, right? So this is not valid. Huh? So the last one has to be deleted. If we make correction in one, this issue will itself go away, right? So this is how we do the counting, right? And we also can do one thing. We in one of them is not the both are invalid. Only one is invalid. So what we will do, we will use this formula. Instead of entire t, we will use t1, yeah, t1, and we make it f4 here, yeah, and until the t2 here, yeah, and we will make it t2, t2, right. In the t2, we will press f4 once. That is, we want this row factor to be relative. We don't want the t should be absolute, but 2 should be relative, right? So until this f8. So we press f4 here. So t should be absolute, and 2, the row fraction, the row part should be relative. Okay, that's it. So now when we click it, now we have adjusted it to make sure that only one is valid, the other is fine, right? So the most recent one, which one is not valid, it will be shown to you, right? So this is how we do the validation. And then we can use this in our code. While entering it, it will make sure two things. One is that this formula is entered throughout the table, right? And the other thing is that this formula is also covered, right? Is adjusted in, and it, after this is entered, it is examined. If not valid is appearing, then it will not allow this entry and it will remove this entry. Okay. So this is how it is done. We will show this to you in the next video. Thank you.